Welcome to episode 2 of PokeFang Unpacked, your source for news and updates in the Pokemon collecting world. This is a brand new series, so if you appreciate the effort that's been put in and you found the video valuable, please go ahead and share it with a friend who might also enjoy it. It means a lot to me and it really helps to support and grow this channel. All right, we actually have a ton of new updates to go over for Shrouded Fable, so let's go ahead and get unpacked. If you didn't see episode 1, go ahead and check that one out after this. There's going to be some stuff that I don't mention in here just because I don't want to be redundant and go through everything every single time. But here are the updates for this video. Is what we're going to get into is we have some new illustration rare and special illustration rare artwork that has dropped. It's almost seemingly been dropping like new stuff every day. It's kind of wild. So we already knew that Shrouded Fable's release date was going to be August 2nd, but we actually found out that some of the products are going to be staggered a little bit after that. And I actually have some theories about new products that are going to be coming out well after that time frame. But we now know that there's going to be 95 plus cards, so not a huge set, not a tiny set like Celebrations, but not huge like Crown Zenith or anything like that. The reverse holo cards in the set are also going to be getting a new pattern. I don't know if that's specifically going to be for this set Shrouded Fable only, and then they're going to switch back to the regular reverse holofoils that we've been getting in Scarlet and Violet, or if there's going to be a shift now moving forward into the latter half of the Scarlet and Violet era with just new reverses. I'm very interested to see how that plays out and which direction that goes. We're getting 3 A spec cards, 5 Pokemon EX, and only 1 Terraform Pokemon EX, which is a little bit strange. We are also getting 15 illustration rares. We've already seen some of those, and the artworks are going to be later in this video. Some of them look absolutely fantastic. I'm super stoked about those. We're also getting 10 ultra rare Pokemon EX, Terra Pokemon EX, and supporters. So those are going to be like our full arts. We've got 5 special illustration rare Pokemon and supporters. So that's not a ton, but it is enough to have like a decent chase if the pull rates are still pretty tough the way that they have been since Temporal Forces. So we have yet to see how that plays out, but those could end up being some pretty tough chase cards, or it could end up being a really easy set like Pokemon Go, for example. And finally, we have 5 hyper rare gold etched cards, which I don't know about you, but I've been finding the hyper rare gold cards a little bit difficult to pull lately. I feel like I used to pull them all the time in Sword and Shield, and in Scarlet and Violet, these last few sets, it's been really tough to pull those. Okay, guys, so since the last video, I went ahead and updated the prices for a lot of the products that we talked about and made a couple of tweaks here and there as I found more information about what these things were going to actually be like. I actually added in the per pack average as well, so you guys can take a look at what you think is going to be the best value. But I want to talk about a little bit of nuances with these products as well, because as you can see here, we have the regular standard Elite Trainer box that you would get in like a Walmart or a Target or an LGS. It's going to be $49.99 US dollars. That's pretty standard for these sets. It's going to have 1 promo in it. It's going to be the Pecharunt promo that I showed you in the last video. We'll see it later in this one as well. And 9 packs. The per pack average on that is going to be $5.55, which is pretty high. Not the highest that you're going to see out of all these products coming up, but it is pretty high. If you look over on the right here, though, we have the Pokemon Center exclusive version of the Shrouded Fable Elite Trainer box. That is going to be coming in at $59.99. That is $10 more, obviously. You are going to get 11 packs from that one, though, in 2 promos, and that's going to average you at $5.45 per pack. Not a ton. It's a dime cheaper per pack average if you get that one. However, there's something interesting here that we need to talk about regarding the promos that come with them, because right here, you guys can see we have the Pecharunt promos that are going to be in these ETBs. In the regular ETBs, you're just going to get the one on the right, which has no stamp, and in the Pokemon Center exclusive version, you're going to get both. And the interesting thing about these promos is that they do tend to hold quite a bit of value, the ones that are stamped. The ones that aren't stamped typically end up less than $3, maybe one. I would say most of them are $1 or less than $1, but some of them have gone up to about $3. But for the most part, the Pokemon Center exclusive versions tend to stay pretty high, and I'll show you guys some examples of that, because it's honestly kind of broke my brain when I really dug into it and looked at these. You guys can see here we have the Miraidon and Koraidons that came in the Scarlet and Violet base set ETBs. The exclusive of the Miraidon is right now about $23 market value. The standard ETB promo is only $1. So that is a significant difference, to be paying $10 more for that to get extra packs and have a higher valued promo. Obviously, the same thing with the Koraidon. It's worth a little bit less, $10 less than the Miraidon. I'm not entirely sure why that is. Maybe people just like the artwork better, or maybe it's more playable. I feel like Miraidon is pretty playable. I don't know about this specific card, but again, exclusive version, $13, standard version, $1. The Pikachu that came with, I think it was Paldean, no, not Paldean Fates, Paldea Evolved, potentially. I can't remember. This one, $17 standard to Charmander, $20 standard for Snorlax. The exclusive is actually $33. That is insane. The standard version is only $1. It goes on and on and on, guys. Even to the more recent ones here, we've got the Screamtail and the Iron Bundle around $8 and $9. The standard non-stamped ETBs are around $2 or $1. Outlier here is the Mimikyu promo that came with the Paldean Fates ETBs. For some reason, that one is still actually valued pretty low. Maybe that'll change over time, but that one is for the exclusive promo, $4, and standard is going to be less than $1. The Iron Thorns exclusive, $10, standard less than $1, and the Fluttermane exclusive is $10, and the standard is $2. So, like I said, it's probably, being that this is more modern, unlike some of the earlier ones that are like $20 and $30, I think it's safe to say that it's going to be around $10, probably $8 to $12 over time in the next year or so. So I honestly think that that value is so much better than just getting a standard Elite Trainer box from the store. At least one or two of them, I would go for having one or two of these stamped ones in my collection. So with that in mind, moving back over to these, I labeled this one right here as a Fang fave. I think that the Pokemon Center exclusive Elite Trainer box is the better deal, because once you factor in that $10 approximate value of the stamped promo, you're looking at $4.54 per pack, which is honestly the best per pack average that we've seen so far. So I highly recommend these. I typically will pick up 4 of them is what they allow you to get, which will typically come in a sealed box because they do the exclusive ETBs in smaller boxes when they send them out. So yeah, of the two ETBs, I definitely prefer the Pokemon Center exclusive version at $4.54 per pack. Then we have some other products here. These are ones you're going to end up seeing the most on your store shelves. You have the 3-pack blister with the Pecharunt promo. That is $13.99 retail or $4.66 per pack. We have the 6-pack booster bundle. This one's my top pick out of these 3 smaller products that you're going to see in retail stores. This one releases a little bit later, 4 days later, on August 6th, behind the rest of these that are going to be coming out on August 2nd. It's kind of strange. It's just a short time period that you would think they would come in the same shipment. So it's a little bit weird that they would be putting things out, like the merchandisers would be putting things out on shelves and then having to re-up that just a few days later. But whatever, it is what it is. But these come with 6 packs and absolutely nothing else. They're a great way to get your hands on a couple of packs without paying for any extra fluff. These are going to be $26.94 MSRP or $4.49 per pack. If you compare that to the Pokemon Center exclusive Elite Trainer box, that is going to be the better deal that we have seen so far. However, you're not going to get that exclusive stamped promo that could go up in value over time. Then we have the mini tins. These typically come in a display case of 10, so you get doubles of each of these. They come with 2 packs, some stickers, and an art card that matches the exterior here. Some people do like to collect these. I have a bunch of them from, I think, the Sword and Shield era, but I haven't really been picking them up as much lately. I'm not that big of a fan of the art cards, and I don't really ever know what to do with the stickers. Sometimes if people win giveaways or if they buy something from me, I'll just kind of put the stickers in the mailer just for free. These are typically going to be $9.99 each. And that will put them at a $4.99 pack per pack average. $4.99 per pack average. Let me just start that over. All right. So that's it for these 3 smaller products. We're going to get into some of the more interesting, bigger box products, collection boxes, I guess you could call them. now. So let's move over to our Kingambit. Kingambit box is going to include one promo that you see right here. This is the Kingambit. I don't know how we already have images of these, but they're out there. I've seen them all over the internet. So here it is. This is the promo that's going to be coming in the box, and this is $21.99 for this box. You get the promos themselves in 4 packs. So that's going to put you at $5.49 per pack, which I think is almost the same as getting a regular ETB in terms of a per pack average. But yeah, I think the playability is going to probably determine whether or not the Pecharunt promo ends up being more worthwhile than the Kingambit or vice versa. I'm honestly not sure yet, but I am going to obviously pick these up and open them up here on the channel. So if you like to see stuff get unboxed, that is what I usually do, which is probably why I'm not the best at this yet. I am still working on it. We're on episode 2. I have a lot to learn, but yeah, so I'm definitely going to be picking up one of these at least to have this promo right here because it is absolutely gorgeous. Speaking of gorgeous promos, also have the special illustration collection. This is our first time ever. This gorgeous Greninja EX. It's got amazing artwork on it. It's textured. It shimmers. It looks absolutely incredible. This box is going to be $29.99. It comes with the promos, which are going to be the Greninja, the Frogadier, and the Froakie, and 5 packs total. All of these packs are going to be Shrouded Fable. That's how the specialty sets work. If I didn't mention that earlier, all these products are only going to have Shrouded Fable packs in them. The per pack average on this one is going to be $5.99 per pack. Pretty high, but might be worth it if you are looking for this promo. I might pick up a few copies of this one because this one in a PSA 10 would honestly be pretty incredible. Then we have the Kingdra EX box, also $29.99. So both of these are special illustration collection boxes at the same price point of $29.99, which means that our per pack average for 5 packs is going to also be $5.99 on both of them. This one comes with the Kingdra EX, and the thing I'm not sure about is because we did see this right here, this illustration rare of Horsey. I don't know if we're going to get this in the box or if it's going to be like the Greninja and we'll just get the standard windowed cards for the Kingdra EX box. I would find it hard to believe that they would just give you one SIR in the Greninja box, but then give you an SIR and an illustration rare in the Kingdra box for the same price point. So I put this here just because these artworks go together, and we're obviously looking for the Seadra that matches to go in between. I don't know if they're going to skip that one like they did with Haunter and Temporal Forces. I'll never forgive them for that. But I wanted to include it here so you guys can see these artworks side by side. But I highly doubt that we're going to see this card itself actually end up in this box. Now we're going to look at some of the illustration rares. So we've seen the Horsey right here, which is absolutely adorable. I'm just become more and more a fan of the water type illustration rares. We also have the Zorao right here, which is sleeping right here on top of like a temple or something with some dark type symbols on it. It looks really, really cute. It still has that artwork and that shallow depth of field and focus that you guys know that I love that came with the Perrin sort of side quest. Now we're seeing a lot of these artworks have this photography style that I'm a huge fan of. There's a very different art style here on this new Fracture art rare that we're getting. You could see that there's a couple of little Axios in the background there. So this is obviously a stage 1. We haven't seen the entire evolution line of artworks for this one. We have seen sort of the basic window cards, the commons and uncommons, but we haven't seen the art rares for all of them. Again, I still have yet to figure out whether they're doing entire evolution lines for all of these, if they're just sort of picking them here and there. I'm not the biggest fan of the Haxorus evolution line, but this artwork is really nice. If they end up doing all 3 of them with sort of a matching artwork, I'll definitely be trying to get that in the binder. All right, guys, hold on. I got to crack into this boba real quick because I am so tired right now. And you guys know I love boba. So this is going to be my little pick-me-up. So I'm actually doing something a little bit different today. This is not the matcha form or the ube form of my new favorite Pokemon mascot here on the channel, Bobageist. Today I decided to go with brown sugar.
We were wondering if we can borrow some brown sugar.
All right, back to these artworks here. We have 3 new artworks of the Dusknoir evolution line for the Duskull, the Dusclops, and the Dusknoir. These look fantastic, and honestly, they look very familiar to me, and I'm going to tell you why in just a second. This artist, James Turner, has been a lot of buzz going around. I guess this artist has not done any artworks in a very long time. So given that fact, I do like that these have a cohesive style across all three of the artworks. You guys know that I like Dusk Noir, I love my ghost Pokemon, and I love my spooky Pokemon. So closely remind me of some artwork that I did for a client a few years ago. For those of you who don't know, I am a creative director and with a design background. And I was tasked with creating some artwork for a client a little while ago with their bear mascot. And I'll show you guys a quick comparison of the James Turner artworks right here and my artworks that I created for a client that has a bear mascot. And just something about the illustration style and the outlines and stuff like that. Maybe we have the same point of inspiration. His is a little bit more like zoomed in and simplified. I do absolutely love them. It just reminded me immediately of some of the artworks that I had done, and I thought that that was really funny. And Pokemon Company, if you're watching this, hit me up. I'll make you guys some artworks. All right, so we've seen these 3 new art rares, and we've seen the evolution line of the Dusk Noir. We have also seen the Kingdra and the Greninja EX, but now we have seen the Pecharunt EX special illustration rare. This one is very interesting to me. I think this might be the first one we're seeing that's not actually going to be a promo card. I think it's pretty safe to say that with Night Wanderer being the Pecharunt set and Shrouded Fable also being the Pecharunt set, we should be seeing this card in the set. And hopefully it's going to be pullable and it's not going to be another promo situation. We did have 3 promos that should have been in Twilight Masquerade that got pulled and are potentially going to be in Shrouded Fable, and I'm really hoping that they don't end up being promos, but I think they might be, and let me tell you why. Because I'm talking about these cards right here, the Monkey Dory, the Pheasantipity, and the Okidogi. I do have like a slight concern that these are going to end up being promos and not pullable cards, and I'm getting really, really tired of the Pokemon Company taking great cards and making them not chase cards just for the sake of using them as promos. Kind of just like disheartening when you see a card and you're like, oh man, I really want that, but it ends up just being a promo, and you know, people end up kind of treating it like garbage because the value isn't there and it's just way too easy to get. It's kind of a bummer, but you know, we'll see how it plays out. We don't know just yet, but I will say that we have been starting to see illustration rares or art rares show up in promo products now. We have these, obviously we have the special illustration rare boxes and we have illustration rare boxes, but we also got something similar with Crown Zenith with the Galarian Birds tins, with there being 3 of these in the Loyal 3 and us typically getting 3 different tins when we get these special sets. I wouldn't be surprised if we end up getting these as a set of tins or a set of boxes that go with these, kind of like we got with Shining Fates or Paldean Fates. It just makes sense for it to be the Loyal 3 to get these 3 tins. So I hope that's not what happens, but I could very easily see that being what happens. Typically do come with 5 packs and 1 promo card, but the prices are kind of all over the place. These in early Sword and Shield days, these were $24.99. More recently, they've been $26 or $28. So if in the event that these end up being $26.99, that's $5.39 per pack. If they end up being $28.99, that's $5.79 per pack. Also not great prices for just those packs. But if you're looking for these promos and these do end up in those tins, then it might be worth picking up one of each of them. Probably what I will do, I'll probably also open up those tins here on the channel for you guys in the Fan Gang. We are going to continue this series week after week as we get more information. It seems to be coming out at an absolutely ridiculously fast pace, but I pulled the 2 Fang faves from this video and put them on the one slide for you guys so you can see what is up. We obviously have the Pokemon Center exclusive Elite Trainer Box at $60 with $5.45 per pack because of that valuable promo that comes in it that I think is definitely worth it. And then we have the 6-pack booster bundles, which don't come out until August 6th, $4.49 per pack. These are the best per pack averages out of all the products that are coming out. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you found it valuable, make sure to share it. If you enjoyed it, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more so you don't miss future episodes. Thank you for joining me on episode 2 of Unpacked. I'll see you guys in the next one. And as always, happy haunting, Fan Gang.